Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Clemson's offense will take the field first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Finds a little space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Adams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Scanning the field, it's Knight. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
Might as well give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Turning it on! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
They send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Oh, they're after him. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Knowles will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it first and 10. They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that left out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. And the Tigers have it with a first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to him on the ground. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Knight. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They're going to ride this running back. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Fires downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
To the air. It's Glenn. Punts it out of the air. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Ocha. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He might want another play. Takes it from the gun on third down. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Ocha. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Glenn. Got his man quickly. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be There he goes! Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep, and these slant routes, that can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Got a man, it's Adams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll immediately call timeout.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Might be looking to run. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks free in the middle. And how about that run? A huge gain and the slide at the end. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. Full display in that 1st half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets That's 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Now the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He tried to get out of trouble, but he goes down for the sack. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Hand off from the shotgun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. He'll go to the sneak. Got enough for the first, and he's still going.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Knight. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. To lock them up close to their goal line. Space on 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Lanes and gaps for the ball carrier to get a huge chunk of yards.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And game tackling on this dude is a good.
I give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they They get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job. Receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Motion from the back. To the air. It's Knight. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Got a man. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll do it himself. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
And I am sure this coaching staff on offense thought if we get a 4th down, we can use our speed on an option play, take the pitch, and pick up the first. But they underestimated the speed this defense has and their tenacity. Great job rallying to the pitch guy, creating a huge turnover on downs. Big play for the defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Grab behind the line. It's Smith. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Glenn. It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Noles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They just keep firing, using the quick game. Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Oklahoma. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead in just a few minutes left? And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I get it. This QB has to make a play. They're trailing in the football game. Time's running out. But, man, we also got to know when to throw that thing away and not take the big loss. Just what this defense needed, trying to preserve the lead late in this football game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy for this offense. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Got his man downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Got away away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
That's a tough throw to make, especially at this juncture of the game. It's late, you're trailing, and that's a deep throw on an outbreaking route. As a quarterback, your timing has to be perfect, and you've got to throw that thing out in front. If anything is off, even by the smallest amount, that ball's going to land incomplete, and that's what happened there.
That's a 20. He's got space. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Here's the handoff. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
They'll run it on first and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Rushes on him. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time. And I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. And this defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long. Now finish the deal.
Second down, he'll throw it. This time he's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Ocha. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ocha. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
To the air, it's Glenn. He's got him. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. This one's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, I know it hasn't been a... statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final second.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll run it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Touchdown goal! They jump on top here in OT.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And the point after is good. Now first down here in the second overtime. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Glenn. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. That ties it up here in double OT, and now they can win it.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming two-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these two-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done, and the offense delivers.
Man, all this time, all the energy, all the effort to get to that one singular play. Offense versus defense for a two-point conversion, and the offense comes through with the win.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season.